this authorized audiobook of soul mapping your divine blueprint. Unlock your sacred design, align with your highest path, and embody the truth of who you are. 6. Cosmic Soul Journey Book 15 is presented by Soul Sanctuary Audio. Copyright Seraphina Hartwell. Introduction. The divine design within. You are not here by accident. You didn't land on Earth by chance, nor are your challenges random or your desires irrelevant. Deep within you lives a sacred pattern, a map, a memory, a frequency encoded before your first breath. This is your soul blueprint. It holds the architecture of your essence, the energetic imprint of who you truly are beyond name, story, or role. In a world that often asks us to forget ourselves, to fit into molds that dim our light, soul mapping is a radical act of remembrance. It is the process of reconnecting with the unique divine design that has always lived within you. This is not about self-improvement. This is about self-revelation. You are not broken. You are becoming. This book is part of the Cosmic Soul Journey series, a multidimensional exploration for those who sense they are more than just human. It is for the ancient ones, the starseeds, the empaths, the edgewalkers who came here to awaken, to heal, and to help birth new realities. It is both mystical and practical, rooted in spirit but not divorced from everyday life. Because the true path of soul embodiment doesn't ask you to escape this world. It asks you to show up in it fully, radiantly, and whole. In the pages ahead, we will explore the many layers of your soul design, your core frequency, archetypal patterns, karmic contracts, cosmic influences, and evolutionary gifts. You will learn how to navigate tools like astrology, numerology, human design, and gene keys not as labels but as mirrors. You will uncover hidden strengths, clarify your life themes, and begin aligning with your highest timeline. But most importantly, you will begin living from the inside out, not as a concept, but as a felt reality. You are the map and the navigator. You are the code and the key. You are the mystery and its unfolding. And now, you're ready to remember. Let us begin. 1. What is a soul blueprint? Imagine holding a map that not only guides your journey, but also reveals the deeper terrain of your inner world. This is your soul blueprint, a multidimensional design encoded with your soul's essence, mission, lessons, and gifts. It is not static or rigid. Like a hologram, it shifts and responds to your evolution. Yet certain aspects remain constant. The frequency of your soul, the patterns you came to embody, and the core wisdom you are here to express. Your soul blueprint exists beyond time. It was crafted in collaboration with your higher self, your guides, and source itself. It includes agreements made before birth, themes chosen for exploration, and gifts selected for expression. But it is not a life sentence. You are not doomed to repeat old karma or confined by fate. Your blueprint is a living invitation to co-create with the divine. This idea is not new. Ancient traditions have long taught that we each carry a sacred purpose. In Vedic astrology, it is seen through the nodes of the moon. In indigenous teachings, it is the medicine you carry. In mystical Judaism, it is the spark of divine light within. In modern metaphysics, we might call it the higher self, the oversoul, or simply soul essence. Understanding your blueprint begins with a shift in perception. Instead of asking, "What should I do with my life?" you begin asking, "What is my soul trying to express through this life?" Your relationships, challenges, dreams, and even your wounds all carry clues. Each pattern you revisit, each longing that persists, is a thread leading back to your original design. And while no one can tell you exactly what your blueprint contains, you can learn to recognize its signature. Signs you are beginning to remember your blueprint. You feel drawn to certain themes, symbols, or teachings across time. You have an inner knowing that some relationships or events are karmic. You sense there is something you are meant to embody or create. You experience synchronicities or intuitive nudges toward your path. Your soul blueprint is not a job title, a personality type, or a rigid destiny. It is an energetic pattern that wants to be lived. It can express itself through any number of forms, but its essence remains consistent. Your task is not to figure it all out with your mind, but to feel your way into alignment. We will explore many tools and pathways in the chapters to come. But first, consider this. If your soul chose this life, these gifts, these challenges, then everything you are is on purpose. Let that sink in. You are not lost. You are in the middle of a sacred unfolding. Welcome to the map of your soul. 2. Core frequency and soul essence. Beneath all identities, patterns, and stories, there is a soundless pulse, a resonance so true that it hums through every cell of your being. This is your core frequency. It is not just who you are, but what you are. It is the original tone of your soul before distortion, before conditioning, before forgetting. And it is still within you, waiting to be remembered. Your core frequency is the energetic signature that defines your soul essence. Imagine it like a sacred note in the cosmic symphony. You are not just playing a song, you are the note itself. And when you live in harmony with this frequency, life flows. Things feel aligned. People and opportunities resonate. Your outer world becomes a reflection of your inner truth. But when you live out of tune with your core frequency, life often feels noisy or dissonant. You may feel exhausted, lost, or like you're living someone else's story. This isn't failure. It's feedback. Your soul is always calling you back to resonance. Discovering your core frequency. So how do you know your soul's tone? It's not something you analyze. It's something you feel. Here are some doorways into that awareness. Joy and expansion. What activities, places, or people make you feel most alive? When do you lose track of time and feel most yourself? Authentic longing. What do you yearn for? Not from lack, but from truth. Soul longing is a compass. Embodied stillness. In silence or meditation, when all the roles fall away, what qualities remain? That essence is your tone. Recurring patterns. Your soul often communicates through repetition. Themes that return are not mistakes, they're messages. Another powerful clue is your emotional frequency baseline. Are you most often in wonder, peace, curiosity, or determination? These are not mood swings, they're energetic signatures. Your most natural emotional state often mirrors your core essence. The language of frequency. To understand soul frequency, you must learn the language of vibration. Everything is energy. Words, thoughts, colors, emotions, they all vibrate. And so do you. When your frequency rises, you move into states like love, clarity, and purpose. When it drops, you may feel fear, confusion, or contraction. This doesn't mean you must always be high vibe. That's spiritual bypassing. Instead, the goal is coherence, where your inner and outer lives align. You become a tuning fork for your own soul. Some people express frequency through art, movement, or music. Others feel it in nature or stillness. Your soul will find its medium. Trust it. Frequency disruption. When you forget, all of us fall out of resonance. Trauma, conditioning, social pressure, they can muffle your true tone. You might play smaller, adopt someone else's script, or silence your own needs. But even in those moments, your frequency is not gone. It's simply buried. Symptoms of misalignment. Chronic fatigue or anxiety not linked to external causes. Feeling off, despite success or outward stability. Repeating life patterns that don't reflect your heart. Disconnection from body, intuition, or joy. These signs are not flaws, they're feedback. Your soul is nudging you back into resonance. Often, a breakdown precedes a breakthrough. Practices for tuning in. You can't force your frequency, but you can create space for it to emerge. Here are some ways to tune in. Sound healing or chanting. Use vibration to clear blocks and attune to truth. Somatic meditation. Drop into the body and listen without agenda. Soul journaling. Ask your essence what it needs, feels, or knows. Let it speak. Nature immersion. Nature holds pure resonance. It remembers. Creative expression. Let your soul move through color, words, sound, or dance. You're not becoming someone else. You're stripping away what isn't you. Living your essence. Knowing your soul frequency is beautiful. Living it is transformational. As you align more fully, you attract people and opportunities that mirror your essence. You release patterns that no longer match your vibration. You speak, create, and choose from authenticity, not expectation. Living your soul essence means honoring your truth in every realm: career, relationships, health, and spiritual path. It means being willing to disappoint others in order to be faithful to your soul. This is not selfish, it is sacred. Your essence is needed. Your frequency is medicine. Soul essence and collective contribution. Your unique frequency contributes to the whole. Imagine if everyone sang the same note, monotony. But when each soul sings its tone, harmony is born. Your presence uplifts the field. Even your healing ripples out. The collective needs your true tone, not your conformity. The more you embody your soul, the more you magnetize those who are ready to do the same. In this way, living your essence is an act of service. Integration reflections. 1. What emotions, experiences, or activities most align with your core essence? 2. Where in your life do you feel out of resonance, and what might need to shift? 3. When was the last time you felt deeply yourself? What were you doing or being? 4. How does your body respond when you are in versus out of alignment? Your soul is not asking you to be perfect. It's asking you to be present. In every moment, you can choose resonance. You don't have to go far to find your essence. You are already it. 3. Archetypes and energetic signatures. Every soul carries a collection of energetic imprints that express themselves through life patterns, inner drives, and recurring roles. These imprints are called archetypes. They are ancient universal forces that shape the way we relate to the world, ourselves, and the divine. When combined with our unique vibrational code, they form our energetic signature, the way our soul expresses its essence in form. Understanding archetypes. Archetypes are not just symbolic characters from mythology or psychology. They are blueprints of consciousness. They exist across all cultures and epochs, showing up in dreams, stories, art, and behaviors. Carl Jung described them as primordial images, structures of the collective unconscious. But in spiritual terms, archetypes also act as templates that our soul chooses to work through in this incarnation. They help us understand our gifts and challenges, recognize soul contracts and karmic dynamics, identify the roles we are here to embody and eventually transcend. Each archetype holds a duality, a light expression, and a shadow. For example, the healer archetype can be a compassionate guide or a martyr who sacrifices themselves. The warrior can be brave and honorable or aggressive and dominating. These polarities are not about judgment but awareness. Shadow work is simply light meeting what's been hidden. Common soul archetypes. Let's explore a few universal archetypes you may resonate with. Most people carry several, and they may shift in prominence during different life phases. 1. The healer. Light expression, compassionate, wise, intuitive, nurturing. Shadow, martyrdom, codependence, burnout. Clues, drawn to healing arts, sensitive to energy, empathic wounds. 2. The mystic. Light expression, seeker, visionary, attuned to higher realms. Shadow, escapism, isolation, detachment from the body. Clues, deep intuition, interest in divination or channeling. 3. The warrior. Light expression, courageous, protector, focused. Shadow, controlling, combative, rigid. Clues, strong will, leadership, resistance to injustice. 4. The creator. Light expression, inspired, expressive, innovative. Shadow, perfectionist, scattered, self-doubt. Clues, drawn to art, invention, or problem-solving. 5. The teacher. Light expression, wise, articulate, empowering. Shadow, dogmatic, overly critical, attached to being right. Clues, natural mentor, drawn to communication, lifelong learner. 6. The rebel. Light expression, trailblazer, revolutionary, liberator. Shadow, destructive, reactionary, self-sabotaging. Clues, resists conformity, questions norms, activates change. You may see yourself in several of these, or feel called to others not listed here. That's perfect. Your soul is not limited to a category, it's a constellation. Discovering your archetypal pattern. To map your soul's energetic terrain, look for recurring themes. Ask, what roles have I naturally played throughout life? What kinds of people do I attract, repel, or feel triggered by? What challenges keep repeating, and what do they teach me? Your soul chooses archetypes not to trap you in identity, but to help you evolve. Each one is a path of mastery. As you become more conscious of them, you gain the ability to move from unconscious reaction to embodied choice. Your energetic signature. Archetypes are part of your energetic signature, but the signature also includes your core frequency, aura, emotional imprint, and expression style. Think of it as your soul's energetic fingerprint. No two are alike. Your energetic signature is felt before it's seen. It's why some people feel familiar, even when you've just met. It's the essence you leave behind in a room. As you align with your authentic signature, you become magnetic to what matches. Energetic signatures are shaped by chakra and energy body development, astrological and human design influences, emotional imprinting from past lives and early childhood, your soul's evolutionary choices. By becoming aware of your signature, you can make aligned decisions, identify energy drains and misalignments, heal patterns rooted in energetic dissonance, shadow integration and archetypal healing. Healing your archetypes means embracing both light and shadow. When you ignore shadow traits, they leak through projection or self-sabotage. But when you acknowledge them with compassion, they transform. Practice. 1. Choose an archetype you identify with. 2. Write its gifts and shadows. 3. Reflect on when each side has shown up in your life. 4. Ask, what did this pattern want to teach me? When we honor the fullness of each archetype, we release shame and reclaim power. Archetypal evolution. You are not meant to be stuck in any one archetype. Souls evolve through cycles. Initiation, awakening to the archetype. Mastery, embodying its gifts. Transcendence, integrating and moving beyond it. For example, a soul may begin as a rebel in youth, become a teacher in midlife, and integrate the mystic as they age. The journey is nonlinear, intuitive, and sacred. Archetypes are not roles to perform. They are mirrors of your essence asking to be lived and then released. Archetypes in sacred systems. Many spiritual tools incorporate archetypal energies. Tarot uses 22 archetypes in the major arcana. Astrology links signs and planets to mythic roles. Gene Keys describes 64 archetypal paths of shadow, gift, and city. Human design blends archetypes into energy centers and profiles. These tools aren't meant to limit. They are invitations to self-remembrance. Use them as mirrors, not mandates. Living as an embodied signature. To live your archetypal blueprint is to honor your truth in form. That may mean creating, leading, healing, disrupting, or simply being in presence. Your way is valid. There is no right archetype, only resonance. Signs you are living your energetic signature. You feel energized, not drained, by your roles. People reflect your essence back with clarity. Your challenges become portals, not prisons. Your life feels mythic, not for drama, but meaning. You don't have to choose your signature. You are already living it. But awareness refines it. When you consciously embody your soul's design, you become medicine for the world. Journal reflections. 1. Which archetypes do I most resonate with right now? 2. Where am I expressing the light side of these archetypes? The shadow? 3. What patterns in my life point to energetic signatures I haven't owned? 4. What archetype is asking to be evolved or released? Your soul came encoded with specific archetypal keys. As you embody them, you unlock doors not only for yourself, but for others walking beside you. You are not here to fit in. You are here to remember the myth you are living. 4. Life themes and soul contracts. If your soul is the architect of your life, then your experiences are the building blocks carefully chosen to construct meaning, growth, and remembrance. Before you incarnated, you didn't just choose your body, family, and culture. You selected a set of life themes and made soul contracts that would guide your evolution and service. These themes and contracts form the narrative arc of your soul's journey in this lifetime. They are not punishments or rewards. They are intentional agreements made from a place of deep love, wisdom, and vision. And while free will is always present, these soul choices shape the currents you swim through and the relationships that serve as your mirrors, teachers, and catalysts. What are life themes? Life themes are overarching patterns or focal points of growth that your soul has chosen to explore in this lifetime. Think of them as the central chapters of your incarnation, a few core lessons or energetic territories your soul came here to master. Common life themes include empowerment through vulnerability, healing ancestral trauma, leadership and authentic expression, service through compassion, embodiment and presence, self-love and boundaries, unity consciousness and oneness, sacred creativity and manifestation. These themes are woven through your relationships, health, career, and inner life. They often appear in the form of repeated challenges, recurring dreams, or inner urgings that won't be ignored. Life themes are not to-do lists, but invitations. You don't need to fix or master them immediately. Rather, they ask you to deepen, to notice, to grow more conscious each time they arise. Identifying your life themes. To identify your life themes, reflect on what life lessons seem to repeat across decades. What has consistently challenged you and transformed you? What kind of roles or patterns do you magnetize? What core message would your soul speak if it had a voice? Another way is to explore your natal astrology, human design, or gene keys. These systems often highlight thematic energies you are here to embody and evolve. You may find yourself working with 2 to 4 dominant themes in this life, while others hum quietly in the background. What are soul contracts? Soul contracts are pre-incarnational agreements between souls to meet, trigger, support, or awaken each other in specific ways. These are not casual arrangements. They are sacred bonds formed in the higher realms before birth, rooted in mutual growth. Types of soul contracts include karmic contracts to resolve unfinished business from past lives, catalyst contracts to activate a deep transformation or awakening, support contracts to guide, love, or walk beside each other, mission contracts to collaborate on soul-level service. Some contracts last a lifetime. Others are brief but life-changing. Some feel harmonious, while others feel tumultuous. What matters most is not how long someone stays, but what they awaken in you. Not every painful relationship is a soul contract, but when a connection feels too potent, timely, or alchemical to be coincidence, it likely is. Free will and contract evolution. Yes, you made soul contracts, but no, you are not imprisoned by them. Contracts evolve as consciousness evolves. If a contract becomes abusive, toxic, or no longer serves growth, you are not obligated to stay. The soul's highest law is love, not suffering. You can renegotiate or dissolve contracts through conscious intention, ritual, prayer, or healing. The key is awareness. Once the lesson is integrated, the energetic tether shifts. Recognizing soul contracts in your life. Here are signs you may be in a soul contract. You feel an immediate, inexplicable connection or aversion to someone. The relationship evokes intense emotions or transformation. There's a sense of fatedness or déjà vu. The relationship pushes you to grow, awaken, or reclaim lost parts. Soul contracts often come with friction, not because they're wrong, but because they're catalytic. They bring to the surface what your soul is ready to heal or remember. The role of soul families and soul groups. You are not journeying alone. Each soul is part of a larger constellation, a soul family or group that incarnates in various roles across lifetimes to assist each other's growth. Soul families often share similar vibrational signatures, support collective missions, e.g., healing, teaching, awakening, activate each other's memory and gifts. Some members of your soul family may feel instantly familiar. You might share dreams, telepathic moments, or parallel awakenings. Others challenge you deeply, forcing you to expand into higher expressions of love and sovereignty. Karmic threads and healing cycles. Karma is not a cosmic punishment system. It's the soul's way of learning cause and effect through direct experience. When seen through the lens of compassion, karma becomes an invitation, not a sentence. Signs of karmic entanglement. Repeating dynamics despite different partners or locations. Emotional intensity disproportionate to the current situation. A magnetic pull you can't explain. Cycles of guilt, betrayal, abandonment, or unworthiness. To heal karmic patterns. 1. Acknowledge the pattern without judgment. 2. Forgive yourself and others, energetically if not literally. 3. Extract the soul lesson or gift. 4. Choose differently in the present. Karma is cleared not by perfection, but by presence and choice. Integration practices. 1. Soul contract meditation. Imagine sitting in a sacred space with someone from your life, past or present. In your mind's eye, ask, what did our souls agree to? What are you here to teach me? What am I here to remember through you? Notice what arises. Offer forgiveness if needed. Release the contract with love if it feels complete. 2. Timeline reflection. Create a timeline of your life's significant events, relationships, and inner shifts. Look for recurring symbols, triggers, or themes. What patterns emerge? What life themes are being revealed? 3. Contract clearing ritual. Light a candle. Speak aloud. I honor all contracts that have served their purpose. I call in only those aligned with my highest soul evolution. I release the rest with love and gratitude. Burn a symbolic offering, paper, herbs, etc., as a gesture of release. Embodying your chosen themes. Once you recognize your life themes, you begin to live more intentionally. You no longer resist your challenges. You work with them. You see relationships as soul mirrors. You meet pain with presence, not avoidance. This is mastery, not of others but of your own journey. To embody your themes. Let your wounds become wisdom. Align your work and creativity with your core lessons. Speak your truth, even when it's uncomfortable. Trust the deeper plan, even when you don't understand it. Final reflections. You are not a random character in a chaotic story. You are the sole author of this incarnation. Every twist and turn, every love and loss, is part of a greater remembrance. Your life themes are not burdens, they are initiations. Your soul contracts are not cages, they are soul symphonies. And the more you become conscious of them, the more you can dance freely within the design. 5. Astrological and numerological reflections. In the sacred art of soul mapping, astrology and numerology serve as cosmic compasses. They do not determine your fate, but they reflect the energies and archetypes your soul chose to engage with in this lifetime. They are mirrors, tools for remembrance, affirmation, and deeper understanding of your divine design. These ancient sciences offer symbols and numbers as keys to decoding your essence. Your birth chart and life path number are not cages, they are invitations. When used with discernment and intuition, they help you align with your soul's unique rhythm, echoing your blueprint in beautifully specific ways. Astrology, the cosmic mirror. Astrology is not merely about sun signs or horoscopes. At its deepest, astrology is the language of your soul's timing and terrain. Your natal chart, a map of the sky at the exact moment of your birth, captures the cosmic climate your soul stepped into. It encodes your inclinations, challenges, potentials, and soul contracts. Key elements of your natal chart. Sun sign, your core identity and vital energy. It speaks to your overall expression and what gives you life. Moon sign, your emotional world, subconscious patterns, and soul memory. It often reflects past life themes or emotional karma. Rising sign, ascendant, how your soul presents itself to the world, your interface with life. North node, your soul's evolutionary direction in this life. It points to the lessons and themes you are meant to embrace. South node, the comfort zone of past life energies and gifts, useful but limiting if over-relied upon. Each planet, house, and aspect tells a story. Venus may reveal soul themes around love and beauty. Saturn might outline your karmic challenges and responsibilities. Chiron shows where your deepest wounds live and where healing becomes your medicine. Astrology helps decode your soul blueprint by showing areas of life that hold your growth, houses, archetypes and lessons to embody, signs, timing of initiations or expansions, transits and progressions. It's important not to get lost in prediction or fatalism. Your chart is a field of potential. How you walk through it is where soul mastery lies. Reflective practice. Soul chart journaling. 1. What does your sun sign reveal about your essence? 2. Where does your moon sign ask you to nurture or heal? 3. How are your north and south nodes showing up in your life? For Are you resisting or flowing with the planetary energies available to you? Use your chart not to label yourself, but to liberate your deeper knowing. Numerology, the frequency of your path. If astrology is a cosmic map, numerology is a frequency blueprint. Every number carries a vibrational essence. Your birth date and full birth name hold numerical codes that reveal your soul's mission, tendencies, and timing. Core numerological insights. Life path number. Derived from your full birth date, this number outlines the central theme and direction of your soul's journey. Expression/destiny number. Based on the full birth name, this number reflects your soul's talents and how you're meant to express your gift. Soul urge number. Calculated from the vowels in your name, this number reveals your inner desires and motivation. Personality number. Formed from consonants in your name, indicating how others perceive you. Each number, like each archetype, has a light and shade. For example, 1. Leadership, independence, shadow, isolation, arrogance. 2. Harmony, diplomacy, shadow, indecision, people-pleasing. 3. Creativity, communication, shadow, superficiality, distraction. 4. Stability, structure, shadow, rigidity, control. 5. Freedom, adventure, shadow, restlessness, irresponsibility. 6. Nurturing, service, shadow, martyrdom, meddling. 7. Wisdom, inner truth, shadow, withdrawal, cynicism. 8. Power, mastery, shadow, greed, misuse of authority. 9. Compassion, humanitarianism, shadow, neglect of self. By understanding your numbers, you gain insight into your natural rhythm, emotional makeup, and optimal environment for growth. WTH. Numerology in practice. Let's say your life path is 5. This suggests your soul came to experience freedom, change, and curiosity. If you're stuck in rigid routines or fearing change, you may feel Oct. Aligning with your theme could mean embracing travel, creative risks, or nonlinear careers. Or, imagine your soul urge is 7. You may crave deep spiritual connection and solitude. If you override this with constant external activity, you may feel disconnected from you. Yourself. Working with cycles. Personal years. Numerology also operates in 9-year cycles, each year representing a different theme. To calculate your personal year, add your birth month and day to the current year. Example: born May 14th, 5/14, in 2025. 5 plus 1 plus 4 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 is equal to 19. 1 plus 9 is equal to 10. 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. This would be a personal year 1. New beginnings, planting seeds. V. Ishening. Other years include 2. Cooperation, relationship focus. 3. Creativity, self-expression. 4. Foundation building. 5. Change, freedom. 6. Responsibility, healing. 7. Reflection, spiritual development. 8. Empowerment, manifestation. 9. Completion, letting go. Knowing your current year's theme helps you flow with divine timing. Integrating astrology and denumerology. These two systems are not separate, they harmonize. Your astrology may show your emotional and karmic blueprint, while numerology shows how that energy flows through time. For instance, a person with a life path 7 and a Pisces sun may be deeply introspective, mystical, and service-oriented. A life path 8 with a Capricorn sun might express mastery through structured leadership and material empowerment. Together, these modalities offer a multidimensional reflection of your divine nature, cautions and empowered use. It's important not to give away your authority to charts or numbers. These tools are gui, not gods. When used with intention, they affirm what your soul already knows. When used without presence, they become distractions or excuses. Signs you're using astrology or numerology wisely. You feel affirmed, not boxed in. Insights lead to deeper self-love. You take aligned action, not passive waiting. You stay open to evolving interpretations. Signs you may be misusing them. Obsessing over compatibility or timing. Avoiding responsibility through faded language. Using labels to judge yourself or others. Remember, your soul chose your birth time, name, and path, not as limitation but as poetry. Soul M. Apping practices. 1. Soul Blueprint Chart Study. Spend time with your natal chart or have a reading. Reflect not just on what's hard or easy, but on what resonates in your body. Ask, where does this feel like home? Where does it feel like growth? 2. Number as affirmation. Create affirmations or mantras from your core numbers. A life path 6 might say, I serve through love, not obligation. A life path 1 might affirm, I lead with courage and clarity. 3. Planetary and person. Year attunement. Journal about the current planetary transits or personal year. How can you work with, not against, the current energetic? How is it supporting your soul growth? Final reflections. Astrology and numerology are not just systems, they are soul songs. They speak in symbols and numbers, but their goal is the same, to bring you home to yourself. You are not your chart. You are not your number. You are the divine breath that chose them. Let them be reminders of who you are, not replacements or your inner truth. 6. The role of human design and gene keys. If astrology and numerology help sketch the broader strokes of your soul's design, human design and gene keys dive into the mechanics of how your unique energy operates. These 2 complementary systems offer intricate insights into the your energy flows, how you make decisions, how you interact with others, and how you fulfill your soul's potential. Both systems are not meant to limit you with more labels or boxes, but to liberate you into deeper self-trust. They encourage you to stop trying to be like everyone else and start living in full alignment with who you are. Always meant to be. What is human design? Human design is a synthesis of 4 ancient systems: astrology, the I Ching, the Kabbalah, and the chakra system. It was channeled by Uru, who in 1987, and offers a comprehensive body of knowledge that reveals the energetic blueprint, T of your body and soul. Your body graph, the central chart in human design, maps how life force energy moves through you. It is based on your exact birth, age, date, time, and location. Key components of human design: type, your energetic nature, and how you're designed to interact with the world. There are 5 types: manifester, generator, manifesting gene rat, or projector and reflector. Strategy, how your type is designed to engage with life effectively. Authority, your personal decision-making compass. S, based on your body's wisdom. Centers, 9 energy hubs similar to chakras that can be defined. Consistent or open, receptive. Profile, a role or life theme composed of 2 numbers, e.g., April 6th, February 4th, that indicates how you learn and interact. Channels and gates, specific archetypal energies drawn from the I Ching that heal. Your gifts and challenges. Human design types at a glance. Manifestors, initiators with the power to catalyze change. Strategy, inform before acting. Generators, builders who thrive on doing what they love. Strategy, respond to life. Manifesting generators, a hybrid with generator stamina and manifestor speed. Strategy. Respond, then infor. Projectors. Guides and seers here to manage and direct energy. Strategy. Wait for the invitati. On. Reflectors. Lunar beings who mirror the collective. Strategy. Wait a lunar sigh. CLE. Each type comes with a distinct aura and purpose. Understanding your type helps release resistance and align your energy with life's natural flow. W. What is the Gene Keys? The Gene Keys, created by Richard Rudd, builds upon human design and integrates contemplative wisdom and higher consciousness. S. It focuses less on mechanics and more on transformation through inner war. NS. The system revolves around 64 gene keys, derived from the IC. Hing. Each gene key represents a frequency band of human consciousness, moving from shadow to gift to city, divine, SE. NCE. Your personal gene keys are based on your hologenetic profile, which is generated from your birth information. Key spheres in your profile. I. Encoded. Life's work, what you are here to do. Evolution, your core challenge. Radiance, your vital energy. Purpose, your deepest spiritual grow. Undying. Each sphere is linked to a gene key that you contemplate over time, unlocking layers of insight and embodied. Human design versus gene keys. While they share a common root in the I Ching and use similar language, gates equals gene keys, their focus differs. Human design shows your wiring and energetic mechanics, how you operate. Gene keys focuses on your frequency and the evolution of your consciousness, why you're here, and how you regrowing. Think of human design as the map and the gene keys as the journey. One shows the structure, the other reveals the meaning, how these systems serve your owl blueprint. Together, these systems illuminate unconscious patterns holding you back, clarify your natural strengths and decision-making style, offer language for your soul's frequency and transformation, encourage radical self-acceptance and de-sovereignty. They provide detailed, intuitive guidance without dogma. You don't have to follow the systems perfectly. What matters is resonance, what feels true in your bones. Using human design in daily life. 1. Follow your strategy and authority. This is the foundation. For example, a generator will stop chasing and begin responding to Li Fei with clarity. 2. Honor your energy type. Stop comparing yourself to those who rate differently. 3. Notice you're not self-theme. Each type has an emotional red flag when misaligned, e.g. frustration for generators, bitterns. S for projectors. 4. Experiment, don't memorize. Human design is called the science of differentiation. Trust you, our lived experience. G. Keys in practice. 1. Contemplation over fixing. Choose one gene key and meditate or journal on its shad. Gift and city. 2. Track your triggers. Notice which themes continually arise in you. Our inner or outer life. 3. Live the inquiry. Let the gene keys work through daily reflection. What does this energy and to teach you today? Use the activation sequence. Begin with your life's work and evolution spheres for grow. Undayed self-awareness. Practical example. Imagine you are a projector with emotional authority and gene key 36 as your life's work. Human design tells you, you're here to guide, not do. You need recognition and invitation. Emotional clarity takes time. Gene keys tells you, your shadow is turbulence. Your gift is humanity. You're learning to meet emotional chaos with grace. Together, these insights encourage you to slow down, wait for alignment, honor your emotional waves. Be a beacon of grounded compassion in times of crisis. S. Integrating the wisdom. You don't need to master either system. They are lifelong invitations. Here's how to bring them in to your soul mapping process. Choose one insight at a time. Start with your type or life's work. Return to the body. Use breath and somatic awareness to feel the truth of what you're learning. Keep a soul blueprint journal. Track shifts, synchronicities, and aha moments. Stay curious. The deeper you go, the more expansive your self-perception becomes. Journal prompts. 1. What is your human design type, and how does it feel to honor it? 2. What gene key most speaks to your current challenge or longing? 3. Where are you still trying to be like others instead of honoring your unique design? 4. How does it feel in your body when you live by your authority? Final reflections. Human design and gene keys off are not only insight but invitation. They don't tell you what to do. They remind you of who you are. They help you honor your sacred architecture and live as a sovereign, radiant being. You are not here to conform. You are here to remember. You are not a mist, ache. You are a masterpiece in motion. The more you align with your true Desi, GN, the more life aligns with you. 7. Locating strengths and soul growth points. Every soul enters this life with a toolkit, an array of innate gifts, encoded, wisdom, and reservoirs of potential. Yet just as a seed carries the potential for a tree, these qualities must be nurtured, tested, and ultimately embodied. In this chapter, we will explore how to recognize your soul's natural strengths and where your deepest growth opportunities lie. These two forces, gift and challenge, are not opposites. They are, in fact, twin threads of the same golden cord. The deeper your awareness of both, the more empowered you become to walk your path with clarity, courage, and alignment. What are soul strengths? Soul strengths are the energetic gifts, qualities, and capacities you came into this life carrying. They often feel effortless or natural, though we may undervalue precisely because they are so intrinsic. These can include intuition, compassion, leadership, creativity, vision, emotional intelligence, humor, endurance. These strengths may not always be fully expressed early in life. In fact, they're often obscured by conditioning, trauma, or cultural pressure to conform. Yet when you reconnect with them, you activate your essence and power. Soul strengths aren't always dramatic or externally validated. Sometimes the strength of presence, deep listening, or the ability to hold space is more transformative than charisma or visibility. Discovering your soul's strengths. Here are ways to begin identifying them. 1. Reflection on childhood clues. Oh, what did you love to do before the world told you who to be? Oh, were you a storyteller, a caretaker, an explorer? 2. Feedback from others. Oh, what have friends, mentors, or clients consistently praised you for? Oh, what do people seek you out for without you advertising it? 3. Energetic indicators. Oh, when do you feel most energized, at ease, or in flow? Oh, what brings you alive, even when it's hard work? 4. Your astrology, human design, and gene keys. Oh, review your strengths from earlier chapters and see which themes repeat. Keep a strengths journal and track where your soul naturally shines. What are soul growth points? Soul growth points are the areas your soul has chosen to develop in this lifetime. They often show up as repeated challenges, emotional triggers, or patterns you can't seem to shake. These aren't flaws, they're frontiers. Growth points are where the gold of your transformation lives. They stretch your comfort zone, awaken your courage, and deepen your compassion. Every struggle holds the seed of an awakened gift. Some examples include setting healthy boundaries, releasing codependency, learning to receive support, healing shame or unworthiness, speaking your truth, embodying joy after trauma. Wherever you feel stuck or perpetually triggered, you are likely standing at a soul growth doorway. Strength and growth as a spiral. Your strengths and growth areas are not static. They evolve. In fact, one often gives rise to the other. For example, a soul strong in empathy may need to grow in boundary setting. A soul with visionary insight may need to grow in grounded action. A soul built for leadership may need to grow through humility and surrender. Rather than seeing strengths as virtues and growth as defects, consider them complementary. They form a spiral path where each circuit brings you deeper into embodiment. Soul mapping exercise, strength, growth spiral. 1. List 5 of your natural strengths. 2. For each strength, ask, what growth opportunity does this gift invite me into? 3. Then list 5 recurring challenges. For each challenge, ask, what gift is this trying to uncover or refine in me? This practice reveals the hidden symmetry of your soul's design. Transforming wounds into gifts. Many of your greatest strengths are born from wounds you've alchemized. This is the sacred task of the soul, to transmute pain into power. Reflect. If you felt abandoned, you may become deeply loyal. If you've been silenced, you may become a truth teller. If you've faced loss, you may become a vessel for presence. This doesn't mean we seek suffering, but it does mean that suffering, when met with love and presence, becomes fertile ground for wisdom. The Gene Keys system speaks directly to this truth. Each shadow carries the seed of a gift. Your task is not to eliminate the shadow, but to embrace it, learn from it, and let it evolve. Tools for strength and growth integration. Daily awareness check-ins. Ask yourself each morning, what strength wants to be expressed today? What growth edge is inviting my attention? Mentorship and community. Surround yourself with people who reflect your gifts and compassionately challenge your edges. Somatic awareness. Use body-based practices like breath work, dance, or stillness to explore where your strengths live in your body and where growth feels sticky or tight. Creative expression. Paint, write, or move through the themes of power and vulnerability. Creativity often reveals truth faster than logic. Charting your evolution. Keep a soul strengths and growth journal. Track new strengths that emerge over time. Note breakthroughs in old growth areas. Record feedback from others that affirms your evolution. Celebrate how your soul is integrating the fullness of your journey. Over months or years, you'll see a pattern of integration that validates your progress and illuminates new territory. Real-life example, the empath leader. Marina always felt overwhelmed in groups and often absorbed others' emotions. She saw this sensitivity as a weakness. But over time, she realized her empathy was a soul strength. As she learned energetic boundaries, she discovered she could read a room like a tuning fork. Her growth edge was not to get tougher, but to trust her gift and pair it with discernment. Today, she leads a healing practice and is known for her precise, compassionate guidance. Her wound became her wisdom. Your journey may look different, but the principle holds true. The soul's journey from contraction to expansion is its most sacred alchemy. Final reflections. You are not here to be flawless. You are here to be whole. Your soul strengths are your superpowers. Your growth points are your initiations. Together, they shape the story of your becoming. As you learn to honor both with humility and courage, you step more fully into your blueprint. You begin to live not as someone trying to fix themselves, but as someone who is becoming more of who they already are. Let your strengths guide you. Let your challenges sculpt you. Let your soul show you what is possible. 8. Aligning with your highest timeline. Your soul does not move in straight lines. It travels in spirals, waves, and timelines. And within every moment exists a choice, the power to step closer to the version of you who is already whole, already aligned, already living your divine blueprint. That version exists now, not in some distant future, but as a frequency you can align with. This is the essence of aligning with your highest timeline. It is not about forcing an outcome or chasing perfection. It is about attuning to the version of reality where you are most in flow, most at peace, and most fully expressed. It's not magic, it's coherence. What is a timeline? In multidimensional terms, a timeline is not just a sequence of events. It is a vibrational pathway, a frequency track along which your soul can travel. You are not limited to one linear path. Every choice you make, every belief you hold, subtly shifts you into resonance with different potential outcomes. You can imagine timelines like radio stations. Each station plays a different song of reality, and you are the tuner. When your energy matches the frequency of a timeline, you lock into it. But just as with a radio, you can shift stations at any time. Your highest timeline is the one where your soul expression is most fully activated, your gifts are most freely shared, and your life is in harmony with your blueprint. Signs you're aligning with your highest timeline. You experience synchronicities and flow. Decisions feel clear and empowered. You feel deeply rooted in self-trust and peace. You attract aligned relationships and opportunities. Old patterns release with less resistance. This does not mean life is always easy. But even in challenge, you feel guided, supported, and capable. The role of frequency and choice. The key to timeline alignment is frequency. The more you align your thoughts, emotions, actions, and embodiment with your soul's truth, the more you move into resonance with your highest potential. This happens through micro moments, not massive leaps. Choosing love over fear. Acting from intuition rather than ego. Saying no to what drains you, and yes to what enlivens you. Every time you make a choice that honors your soul, even if it's inconvenient or unfamiliar, you strengthen the signal of your highest timeline. Daily practices for timeline alignment. 1. Morning frequency attunement. Upon waking, ask, what version of me am I choosing to embody today? Feel into that version's energy. Move from that field. 2. Embodied decision-making. Before choosing something important, pause. Feel your body. Does this choice contract or expand your energy? The body knows. 3. Timeline journaling. Write from the perspective of your highest self. I am statements that reflect that reality. Gratitude for things not yet visible. Reflections on how you feel when in alignment. 4. Closing loops. Unresolved energy drains timeline integrity. Complete conversations, forgive what needs forgiveness, and close energetic contracts that are no longer in alignment. Timeline jumping versus timeline integration. Some spiritual teachings refer to timeline jumping, rapidly shifting to a more aligned path through quantum decision or sudden awakening. This is real and can be profound. But it's often more sustainable to think in terms of timeline integration. Rather than leaping out of your current reality, you gradually elevate it by making consistent soul-aligned choices. You become the bridge between your current self and your highest self, working with parallel selves. In multidimensionality, all versions of you exist simultaneously. You can call upon your future/higher self for guidance, support, and alignment. Try this. 1. Visualize your highest timeline self standing before you. 2. What do they look like? Feel like? Radiate. 3. Ask them, what do I need to know, shift, or release to align with you? 4. Journal their answers. This practice helps collapse the gap between who you are and who you're becoming. Releasing attachments to the past. To align with the highest, you must sometimes release what was. This may include identities that no longer fit, relationships that no longer resonate, stories that keep you small. Grieving these shifts is normal, but the space they free up becomes the soil for your next becoming. Let go not to punish the past, but to make space for your soul's unfolding. Trusting the divine orchestration. You don't need to micromanage your evolution. Your soul knows the way. Aligning with your highest timeline is not about hustle, it's about harmony. Trust is the frequency that accelerates alignment. When you trust your inner guidance, when you release timelines of doubt or delay, you become magnetic to synchronicity. Ask, what if it could be easier? What if it's already working? What if I'm already enough? Integration questions. 1. What beliefs, patterns, or choices are anchoring me to an outdated timeline? 2. What does my highest timeline feel like in my body? 3. What small, soulful action can I take today to signal my readiness? 4. What relationships or environments amplify my highest self? Timeline alignment is an act of love. You are not aligning with a fantasy. You are aligning with a frequency. That frequency is already within you. Your highest timeline is not something you chase. It is something you remember, attune to, and allow. Every moment you choose truth, courage, love, and presence, you are stepping more fully into that timeline. You are saying yes to the version of you that Source already sees. Let that yes echo through your cells. Let that yes shape your day. Let that yes become your path. You are not waiting for alignment. You are the alignment. 9. Daily living in soul alignment. T. You are not just here to visit your soul. You are here to live it. Spiritual awakening is not just a mystical moment. It is an ongoing embodiment. And while insights, activations, and timelines are vital, the true measure of alignment is how you live your truth in the ordinary moments. Soul alignment is not about perfection or spiritual posturing. It is about presence, integrity, and devotion, moment by moment. To live your soul daily means to integrate all that you have remembered into the practical rhythms of your life, your body, your relationships, your work, your rest. It means anchoring the mystical into the mundane. What is soul-aligned living? Soul-aligned living means showing up as the truest version of yourself, even when it's not convenient. It means choosing authenticity over approval, speaking your truth with kindness, resting when your body whispers, even if the world screams, go, serving from overflow, not depletion, creating because your soul must express, not because you should. D. This kind of life feels both spacious and purposeful. It isn't free of challenge, but it is rich with meaning. Your body as a portal. The body is not separate from the soul. It is the vehicle through which your soul experiences life on earth. Many of us have learned to override the body's wisdom in favor of mental logic or external validation. But daily soul alignment begins by returning to the body as a sacred guide. Practices. Start each day with a body scan. Ask, what do you need today? Notice sensations as signals, not obstacles. Where are you holding tension, energy, emotion? Move with intention. Walk, dance, stretch as a way of integrating energy shifts. Your body's rhythms are your soul's rhythm. Soulful work and creativity. Work is not separate from the spiritual path. Whether you are an artist, a parent, a healer, a teacher, or building a business, your work can be an expression of your blueprint. Ask, does my work allow me to express my essence? Am I creating from joy or obligation? What values guide my work decisions? If you're not yet in your dream work, that's okay. Even how you show up in transition jobs, side projects, or domestic life can reflect soul presence. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. Create space for your soul to speak. Let your creativity become a dialogue with the divine. Paint, sing, write, cook, build, tend to a garden. Every act infused with presence becomes sacred. Relationships as reflections. Relationships are some of the richest arenas for soul work. They challenge us to stay open, to communicate clearly, to witness without control. Soul-aligned relationships are not always easy, but they are deeply honest. In daily life, speak from your essence, not your defenses. Set boundaries with love, not punishment. Express gratitude often. See the soul in the other. Recognize patterns as invitations to grow. Let your relationships be mirrors, not of your wounds, but of your willingness to love. Soulful rhythm and ritual. Modern life is noisy. It pulls you outward. Soul-aligned living requires conscious rhythm, cycles that allow you to listen inward again. Daily ritual suggestions. Morning presence practice, breath, prayer, movement. Midday check-in. Am I still in alignment? Evening gratitude or clearing ritual. Weekly unplugging or nature immersion. Monthly soul inquiry journaling. These rituals don't have to be elaborate. The point is to create anchors in your day where you reconnect with what matters. Integrating emotion and shadow. Living in soul alignment doesn't mean bypassing pain. It means bringing presence to it. When hard emotions arise, breathe. Name the feeling. Ask, what is this feeling trying to teach or protect? Let it move through voice, tears, journaling, or embodiment. Your soul is not threatened by emotion. Every shadow carries wisdom. When you meet your inner world with compassion, you become more whole. Grounded intuition. Daily alignment is not about being psychic. It's about being present. Intuition speaks through subtle nudges, gut feelings, and sudden knowing. But if your nervous system is overloaded or your schedule too crammed, you'll miss it. To nurture intuition, create spaciousness in your day. Practice saying no to things that feel off. Pause before reacting. Feel into your body's response. You don't need to seek answers out there. You are the oracle you've been waiting for. The soul-aligned environment. Your physical space reflects your internal state. It can either drain or uplift you. Tend to your space. Clear clutter regularly. Add symbols that remind you of your soul essence. Let light, plants, and beauty into your environment. Create a sanctuary where your soul feels safe to land. Time and energy stewardship. Soul-aligned living isn't about cramming more in. It's about honoring what truly matters. Questions to guide your time. Is this a soul yes or a conditioned yes? What am I avoiding by staying busy? What rhythms nourish my creative and emotional well-being? Time management becomes energy alignment when guided by soul priority. S. Soul nourishment checkle. Ist. Each day ask, did I connect with my body? Did I express my creativity? Did I move toward truth in at least one conversation? Did I rest without guilt? Did I act from love, not fear? If even one of these is true, you are living in alignment. The power of presence. More than anything, soul alignment is about presence. It's about showing up fully to this moment, not to escape, but to inhabit. This is your life. This is your incarnation. Make tea slowly. Speak tenderly. Feel the sun, on your face. Be here. Now. Every ordinary moment is a portal to the encoded. Final reflections. Your soul doesn't ask for perfection. It asks for participation. To live your blueprint is not to have it all figured out. It's to walk each step with intention, humility, and heart. It's to listen to your body, speak your truth, follow your joy, and repair what needs healing. This is the daily work of a soul-aligned life. One breath at a time, one choice at a time, one sacred moment at a time. You're already doing it. You're already home. 10. Becoming your embodied blueprint. You came here not to simply understand your soul. You came to embody it. The culmination of soul mapping is not knowledge or even clarity. It is embodiment. It is the sacred act of living your soul's truth through every breath, choice, and interaction. To embody your blueprint. Enti means to become the living, breathing expression of your divine design, not just in vision, but in form. This is the moment where the inner and outer align, where remembrance becomes reality. What does it mean to embody your blueprint? Embodiment is not about becoming something new. It is about becoming more fully yourself. It is the integration of all you have uncovered, your frequency, archetypes, contracts, gifts, challenges, and timelines. It's the point where all of that crystallizes into presence. You walk as your soul. You speak as your essence. You love from your wholeness. Embodiment isn't static. It is alive. It evolves as you evolve. But its hallmark is consistency. Your inner truth is reflected in your outer life. Signs of embodiment. Your choices align with your values and soul truth. You feel grounded, even when challenged. You no longer need external validation to know your worth. Your presence alone has a stabilizing or inspiring effect on others. You respond from awareness rather than react from wounding. These signs do not mean perfection. You will still feel, falter, and forget. But you return to yourself faster. You repair with grace. You lead with love. From concept to embodiment, you've journeyed through, discovering your soul blueprint, understanding your essence and archetypes, integrating lessons, and aligning with your highest timeline. Living soulful, LY in the everyday. Now you deepen from awa, reness to embodiment. Here's how. 1. Practice what you've remembered. Apply the tools and insights daily. 2. Speak your truth with clarity. Let your voice be a channel for your soul. 3. Make decisions through embodiment. Ask, what would my embodied self choose now? 4. Treat your life as sacred space. How you do anything becomes a ritual of presence. The role of the nervous system. True embodiment is rooted in the nervous system. You can't think your way into presence. You must feel safe enough to inhabit your body fully. Trauma, stress, or disassociation pull us out of embodiment. To sup, or your nervous system. Practice grounding daily, bare feet on earth, deep breaths, somatic scans. Embrace slowness, pause between stimulus and response. Create environments of safety and beauty. Use movement, sound, and breath to regulate energy. A regulated nervous system is a vessel for soul, becoming a transmission. An embodied being is not just a practitioner of their path. They are the path. You become a frequency, and that frequency teaches more powerfully than any words ever could. People feel something different around you. They soften, open, remember, not because you have all the answers, but because you are present. This is sacred leadership, not about control or hierarchy, but resonance and authenticity. You are A.L. Lighthouse, not a rescuer, releasing the illusion of arrival. Embodiment is a journey, not a destination. There is no final state of perfection, no ultimate arrival. There is only the ongoing dance of remember. Aligning and returning. Some days will feel radiant. Others may feel heavy. Embodiment does not mean you never feel doubt or fear. It means you meet those emotions with presync, and you choose love anyway. Release the myth that you must be fully healed to be impactful. Your presence in process is enough. Your life as ceremony. To embody your blueprint is to live ceremonially, not in robes or rituals, unless that calls to you, but through intention. Every moment can be a sacred act. Making your morning tea with reverence. Speaking to a stranger with kindness. Writing from your deepest truth. I know when it honors your soul. Embodiment turn. The ordinary into the holy. Legacy of embodiment. When you embody your soul, you ripple change in ways you may never fully see. You heal ancestral lines by breaking patterns. Empower others by modeling authenticity. Influence communities through quiet consistency. Contribute to collective evolution by raising your frequency. Your embodiment is your offering. You don't need to be famous, perfect, or loud. Your resonance is enough. Ancho, ring your embodiment. Daily practice. Morning, ask, how can I embody my soul today? Midday, check in with breath and body. Am I here? Evening, reflect. Where did I meet myself fully today? Affirmations. I walk as my soul. I trust my embodied wisdom. I am a living expression of love and truth. I release what no longer reflects my soul. I am. Home in my being. Integration, ritual. 1. Light a candle or sit in nature. 2. Name aloud the aspects of you. Yourself you are choosing to fully embody. 3. Declare. I now walk as my divine blueprint. 4. Seal the practice with gratitude. Final reflections. You did not come here to play small. You came here to remember. To remember your light, your design, your medicine. To remember that your very presence is transformational. To remember that you are the bridge between spirit and form. Now, you are ready to live it, to embody it, to become it. You are the blueprint. You are the expression. You are the sacred unfolding. Welcome home. This authorized audiobook of Soul Mapping Your Divine Blueprint. Unlock your sacred design, align with your highest path, and embody the truth of who you are. 6. Cosmic Soul Journey Book 15 is presented by Soul Sanctuary Audio. Copyright Seraphina Hartwell. For the update audiobook, click Follow Soul Sanctuary Audio.